life. I just get by. I don't Hi, my name is Maisie Thompson. I do footwear and accessory design. The inspiration for my project is a poem called The Pig That Flew, which I wrote about my experience as a person of colour, working class from the north, which obviously in itself is a bit, and it's not a unique experience, but it's something that is very personal to me. And so I wrote this poem about my family and how the mentality of the working class is very much like you work to live, and everything that you do is kind of a struggle, and you get by because that's just how you are bred to believe life is. But with the way that I was raised, I was always taught to believe that I could do whatever I wanted and I was capable of great things and all this, that and the other. So I wanted to take the idea and the imagery of a flying pig, because obviously we always associate pigs with swines and being gross or whatever, and turn it into this inspirational symbol of being the first person to do something or defying odds that other people have set on you. But I think it's important for us to realise, which I have this year, that your identity is whatever you choose it to be, and it's whatever feels right to you. It doesn't matter what other people expect or want to impose on you because of their predetermined ideas and stereotypes. It's very much about how you want to live your life and where you want to go with it. After uni, I want to start my own brand. Hopefully I want to go back to Manchester and have my own little start-up where I kind of give back to the community that gave so much to me. And I think, as I mentioned before about kind of representation and choosing your identity, I don't know of, or can't think of many people like me who are successful or who I can look up to and relate to, wow, there's someone who I can wholly relate to beyond being a woman or beyond being a person of colour or beyond being British or working class. I never had anyone that I could really idolise and see myself in, so I want to represent myself in the industry. I want to create a space for me to, encourage other kids who might be a bit different or might have other ideas or might just want to go beyond what's expected of them, to just see and invest in and kind of encourage to be great and be whatever they want to be. I find the people to be the most useful resource. I think obviously the staff have been working in industry or at the university for years, and they all have such different experiences, which is really useful as an undergraduate to know what you could be going into, especially with the footwear industry being so small. Everybody knows everybody, so if you have any questions or queries about what's next, where should I go, how do I do this, there's always somebody within walking distance who can tell you. And with the course size being so small as well, there's so much accessibility in one-to-one time, so if you need it, it's there. In my first year especially, I wasn't very good at what I was doing and I needed a lot of help, and I just didn't want to ask for it because that's dead embarrassing, and I should know how to do these things because they've told me once. And I thought that if I was going to ask for help, then they would think I didn't listen, or they would think that I weren't capable. But I found in the second year, the more I asked for help, the better I became, because I actually knew what I was doing. And so now I've got to the point where I don't need as much help all the time and I don't need as much support, but I know if I do, it's always there for me. The advice that I would give to anybody applying for the uni this year, next year, whenever, any uni, do your research. If you're interested in a course, be interested in it. Exhaust your options, look at where you can go, what specifically you can do there. Are you gonna can you specialise in certain areas? For example, we do footwear and accessories here, but other unis only do footwear, which is one of the reasons that I wanted to come here, because I wanted to know that I would have options to explore.